And now the starting lineup for your Oklahoma City Thunder. At the small forward position, standing 6'5", number 9, Alex Caruso. At forward, 6'6", number 34, Kenrich Williams. Starting at shooting guard, 6 feet 4 inches, number 5, Lucas Thorpe. In the middle, at 7 foot 0 inches, number 55, Isaiah Hartenstein. At guard, 6'6", number 2, Shea Alexander.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the NBA on Thursday night. We're bringing it to you live here on 2K Sports. And tonight, it'll be the Oklahoma City Thunder going up against the Memphis Grizzlies. Brian Anderson here, alongside Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, with Allie LaForce joining us from the floor. Let's check in on the Western Conference standings as the race to the playoffs continues. You take a look at the Thunder, a fantastic season so far for them. First place in the conference. And, of course, the Grizzlies down 4 spots.
Right now for the Thunder, you have to really give it to them. I mean, they are backing up all the preseason hype. They've been outstanding early.
And you want to talk about hitting the ground running? They've done exactly this. And you've got to give a lot of credit to their coaching staff for getting this team locked in early.
And here's Memphis' starting group. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Bane. Jaren Jackson out there with Brandon Clark. And it's Wells in at the small forward position. And for Oklahoma City, Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. Kenrich Williams is out there with Alex Caruso. And it's Hartenstein in at the 5 down low. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
And here are the Thunder now, following the bucket by the Grizzlies. Pass to Hartenstein. Now Caruso. Williams with it. Takes the 3. Ja Morant grabs the miss. Bane with it. Jackson with a screen on Caruso. Bane, no good. Here's Oklahoma City now. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort for 3. The offensive rebound. Here's Wells. He's guarded by Hartenstein. Wells, the pass to Morant. Outside Bane. The 3 is up. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Richard, for years, the Grizzlies team motto was grit and grind. You think that shifted?
They're a little bit flashier now, but they still have that underdog spirit. That's what grit and grind is about. They're always out to prove themselves.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to them on the perimeter.
And now we go to Allie LaForce, who had a chance to talk with Mark Dagnall.
He said Ja Morant is so good and so entertaining that some guys on both teams just stand around and watch him. He told his players, if you let him get to the rim and do something spectacular, you're not only giving up points, you're energizing the guys around him. Coach wants to prevent the highlight reel kind of plays.
As always, Allie, we thank you.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And then Morant with the dunk.
dunk. Everyone loves the alley-oop play, B.A.
Yep, one of the prettiest in basketball. And we've got a timeout called by Mark Dagnall. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively, something that needs to change and change soon.
And coach called his timeout to try and reset things on offense, shake them up a bit so they can hopefully start getting some shots to fall.
This would be a Thunder game without the sport chasers. Show them some love, fans. Attention fans, everyone supporting their heart squad. Get loud and let them hear it. We've got church. You've got the noise. Let's hear it.
Leaderboard. Now that we're into the second half of the season, these are the teams that have been grabbing steals and converting on the other end. The fourth spot held by Oklahoma City.
Their enthusiasm on defense since the break has been fun to watch, making plenty of trouble for the offense and reaping the rewards on the other end.
Hartenstein finds Caruso. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing, hounded by Morant. Williams from long range, cleared away by Wells.
Just 1 for 5. Not the start they were looking for. Obviously, there's still plenty of time to get on track.
Morant against Dort. Jackson outside. 5 to shoot. Jackson with a screen on Caruso. Fires from deep. That shot, no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
The open shot by Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot is good, off the back rim and in.
I'll tell you, that jumper from Gilgeous-Alexander is smooth and under control.
And so Morant will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Last time they met was in Memphis.
Well, in this last matchup, they captured the win in large part because their backups provided a lot of the scoring punch.
And you can tell how important having depth is for them. Sometimes it's the difference between a win and a loss.
Now here's Caruso. No points yet. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Morant. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. And that'll tie this game up.
I just love his approach coming into tonight. Focused and aggressive.
Jackson with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Morant. The Thunder with the rebound. This game coming after the loss versus the Kings.
It was poor efficiency scoring the ball. They needed too many attempts to get their points.
Yeah, it looked like they were settling out there, not moving the ball enough to generate the type of shots that they want.
And up the court come the Thunder on the break.
Easy to admire the defensive intensity Gilgeous-Alexander provides. Outstanding job coming up with the steal there.
The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 8 so far. Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
Here's Hartenstein. After the basket by Memphis on the other end. Caruso misses. 54 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Morant. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Morant's gotten his 3rd basket of the night. 50 seconds left in the opening quarter. On the wing, Caruso. Dort outside. Let's go with a three. And it falls for him. He's hit 3 of his first 4 attempts.
Dort has really improved this part of his game. Would love to see him shoot more often from out there.
From deep, Morant. Hartenstein pulls it in. Hartenstein's got 5 rebounds tonight. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. Floats one up, and they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Making the floater look this smooth is not as easy as it looks. It's a challenging shot.
Oklahoma City shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for your Thunder, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. One shot.
Seven seconds left in the first quarter. Up top, Bane. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. What a performance for Lou Dort. He has been the story for the Thunder. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think about the Thunder here in this one?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
Here's Caruso. Still no points. Aaron Wiggins out there with Alex Caruso. Then it's Isaiah Joe. Then it's Williams. And it's Wallace in at point. That's the lineup for Oklahoma City. Now here's Wiggins. They lead by 4. Back to Wallace. 3-pointer. The rebound by Edey. And Memphis shooting just 42% so far in the game. Here's Pippen. Pass to Bane. From the arc. Williams grabs the board. Oklahoma City leading by 4. And Richardson's bursting onto the scene. Bane has been nothing short of spectacular.
Bane was a steal with the 30th pick. He's added to his game each year. And now, he's 2 more wins in the league.
First team foul. Checking in for the Grizzlies, number 0, Jalen Wells.
Memphis on D. And the basket by Joe.
Caruso's got that good eye. He can spot any opening.
Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. Here's Pippen. Watch by Wallace. Pass to Aldama. From deep, Bane. Pure from 3-point range. Bane's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Here's the pick. And Wallace, here we go. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. And the Thunder lead by 6.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
Pass to Wells. Here's Pippen. 6 on the shot clock. And the layup is good off the glass. Pippen's got his first 2 points of the night.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Wallace's shot is good.
Nothing in the game's quite as smooth as a finger roll. Great finish right there.
Grizzlies trail by 6. Pass to Edey. And And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Down low. And that one is stuffed right through.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Now Wallace. He's been productive, averaging just over 7 points a game. Outside Joe, and here is Williams. They set the pick. Here's Caruso. Rebounded by Pippen.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Aging in the league can be a difficult process, Richard, but that's something you did very well.
Wow, compliment. Thank you, VA. Look, I knew I had to adapt, or I would have been out of the league sooner than I wanted to. You have to be able to adapt or die. That's what this league is about.
And we've got a timeout from Taylor Jenkins. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
Here we go, fans. It's your Motor City crew. Here to hype you up.
So for Oklahoma City, Williams is checked in for Caruso, and Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Wallace. Jackson, he's checked in for Memphis. Ja Morant comes in for Pippen.
Shoot two.
And he knocks down the first one. It's both from the stripe. And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, Brian. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the 11th pick back in 2018, has developed to the point where he is in the MVP conversation. His coach, Mark Daigneault, said he's improved every year. He's been in the league. It's a testament to his humility. He looks in the mirror, he sees what he needs to improve on, and then he works at it. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you. Now here's Morant. Coming off a 16-point game against Utah.
Putting others before himself, racking up assists. Hey, I wished I played with more guys like him.
Just 5 on the clock. Takes a three. The three-pointer is down, Ja Morant.
As Ja gets more consistent from range, he becomes that much more dynamic. And that, let me just tell you, that's going to be bad news for the rest of this league.
Pass to Williams. Outside, Williams. Back to Joe.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Morant against Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots over Morant. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 9. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. The electric Ja Morant. High-flying, fast, fearless. Where's that mentality come from, RJ?
There is just a fearlessness like you mentioned. Most players, you just have that mindset. You don't care. You're going to attack the rim. Doesn't matter if you could potentially get hurt. You are going to take off. That mindset is a level of aggressiveness that only Ja Morant possesses.
You think about the fearlessness of Ja Morant and how he attacks, even as a smaller player. RJ, you got any comparisons?
I would say AI, but AI was more of a two-guard, even though he was a couple inches shorter, but definitely similarities of how they attack the paint with fearlessness.
Kennard, he's checked in for Memphis. And he makes both free throws.
In an era where so many point guards are three-point shooters, Ja Morant, you know what? This man is built different. He's more of a throwback. Ja wants to apply pressure by driving, not shooting threes.
Now, here's Williams. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Caruso, right side. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
They say it's a make-or-miss league, and there's sometimes that you miss.
Pass to Morant. There's the three. The Thunder pull it in. Hartenstein's got 6 rebounds in the game. Kennard against Dort. Now Hartenstein. Here's the three. The rebound by Jackson.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And then Morant with the dunk.
And if you're wondering what makes Ja so special, it's his ability to take over games all by himself.
Pass to Hartenstein. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Second team.
Oklahoma City shooting their second and third shots at the line
For
here.
Oklahoma City, Isaiah Hartenstein. 2 shots.
No good on that one. Clark is checked in for Memphis. Desmond Bane comes in for Kennard. That one's no good.
Well, so much can be said about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s versatility, but I'd like to praise his team-first mindset. If the dirty work needs doing, he's got it, as long as it helps his team get the win.
Thunder trail by 5. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Caruso outside. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. The Grizzlies have gotten an impressive 6 of 8 shots to fall in the second. Wells misses.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Yeah, it's all about clock management with these situations. Let's see how that plays out.
Pass to Morant. To the inside. Clark. This is the baby hook. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Memphis ahead, up by 5. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Thanks, guys. I'm joined with Coach Taylor Jenkins. What's the focus as you look forward to the second half?
Just ignite our pace. You know, everything starts with our defense. Can we pick up our activity? We got to get some stops. Got to keep them off the free throw line. You got to get out and run. They're showing a great crowd in the paint, but just trust the pass. Everyone's got to trust each other, get multiple actions, get some good looks, and hopefully they fall for us.
High expectations for Coach.
Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll. They're measuring up the shot. Let's hear it for the participant.
Welcome. All right, guys, let's break it down. It has not been the ideal start for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
If they just hit a couple more threes, it's a different score. I think in this case, you just keep shooting them. I can see them getting hot in the second half.
Ah, the professor going with the law of averages here. And right now, let's see who's jostling for Rookie of the Year.
We're in the home stretch. I don't know if I call these guys rookies now.
Yeah, we have some pressure-filled games coming up. In addition to everything else, we'll see who has that clutch gene. Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. It's a 5-point game on the court right now for the Grizzlies. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Bane. Brandon Clark out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Wells in at the 3. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. And the Grizzlies shooting a nice 50% for the game. On the wing, Bane. Clark with a screen on Caruso. From deep, Bane. Williams grabs the board. And the Thunder shooting 40% so far in this one. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
Sweet-looking jumper from the mid-range. I mean, Gilgeous-Alexander just making it look easy.
Clark outside. Back to Morant. Pass to Bane. Clark with the screen. Here's Wells. 4 on the clock. From deep, Bane. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Hardenstein's got rebound number 7 tonight.
And imagine how good they'll look if he can start to chip in a bit more offensively.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
It's on Desmond Bane.
And I think Lou Dort is a textbook example of a high-effort player. He is just relentless on both ends, constantly looking for ways to make a difference.
Shoot 2.
And he drops the first. And Mark Dagnall has called a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust.
Here they come, fans. It's your one and only Thunder.
Break in the action. Let's take a look at the NBA's highest scoring team since the All-Star break. Number 1, the Thunder. The Grizzlies, 2nd.
And since returning from the All-Star break, both of these squads have been on a tear. Just looking so comfortable and confident on the offensive end and putting up a lot of points.
And so he hits both. Here's Morant. 13 points in the game. Outside Bane. Pass to Jackson. Can't get it to drop. Some solid defense from Williams.
coming out stone cold here. Sometimes the break will do that to you.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Grizzlies great Marc Gasol last season retiring from basketball. He embraced the city of Memphis. He said, quote, "I think a player has to feel that it's their city and they have to fight for it. You play with a different mindset when you do that." To me, winning was the most important thing.
And they did a lot of winning, Allie. 6 to shoot. Morant, the pass to Wells. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. Wells misses.
Rough start to the third quarter, but give some credit to the defense they're facing.
And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or a spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
That's just a bucket like you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss those.
Jackson outside. Morant against Gilgeous-Alexander to stop the drought. Morant, no good.
Scoreless in their first 5 attempts since halftime. It's getting ugly.
Outside, Williams from downtown. Memphis with a rebound.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Out to the right wing. Morant against Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Jackson. Gets it to fall from the right block. And the Grizzlies lead by 1.
And it's so difficult to defend Morant in a pick and roll because not only can he get his own, but he can also create passing angles in very tight spaces.
Now here's Caruso. No made baskets yet. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. He hits again. 7 for 13 and looking confident.
Yeah, this period, they're letting him go to work, and it's paying off.
And timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And you watch Alex Caruso on defense, RJ. He forces his fair share of turnovers.
Yeah, he's got great instincts, quick hands. You can't be loose with the ball around Caruso, one of the best one-on-one defenders in the game.
Dance cam! Get ready, everyone! You see yourself on screen? Show us your best move! Let's go!
He's checked in for Caruso. Joe comes in for Dort. And it's Wallace in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Aldama's checked in for Memphis. Outside Bain. Pass to Morant. Clark with the screen. And again, Memphis no good.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Offensive board. And it's Bain with the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. They trail by 1. The Lakers will be traveling in to face them after this one. That'll be the first of 3 games played at home.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
Now here's Wallace. Hartenstein finds Wiggins. Hartenstein a screen. And Wiggins with the three. Wiggins got his first 3 points of the game.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Outside Bain. Clark outside. Pass to Aldama. Outside Bain. Top of the key. And he hits the jumper. Bain's got 7.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here's Williams. He's scoreless. Wallace, the pass to Hartenstein. Step back and fire. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got his 6th rebound on the night. And it's Aldama off the drive. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
It's his first trip to the line.
For the Grizzlies, Santi Aldama, 2 shots.
That free throw no good. Williams is checked in for Oklahoma City. Jones comes in for Williams. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Wiggins passes to Wallace. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker of a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
Jang, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Memphis has got nothing to fall from outside in this 3rd quarter. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Bain surveying the D. They set the screen. And again it's Memphis missing. Wiggins passes to Wallace. From deep 3-point range. No good. Would have counted had it gone. We're at the end of the 3rd quarter, and we've still got a close one. Oklahoma City ahead, leading by just 2. And we're coming right back after this break to get the 4th quarter started. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Aaron Wiggins out there with Williams. Then there's Mitchell. Then it's Cason Wallace. And it's Joe in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup for Oklahoma City. Now here's Jackson to tie it up. And he gets it to go off the front iron. It's a tie ball game.
Inside Jackson is so effective. His natural abilities give him the edge over the defense.
Mitchell, the pass to Wallace. Here's Williams. Cashes in the first attempt of the game. Williams has got his first points of the night. Here's Pippen. To the middle. To take the lead. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. And the Grizzlies lead by 1. 4th quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Mitchell, the pass to Wallace. Back to Mitchell. To shoot. The shot. Yes! He nails it! Oh, this one has turned into an absolute nail-biter.
Yeah, at this point, you almost expect it to come down to the last possession.
Here's Pippen. For three. Williams grabs the board. And the Thunder shooting around 44%. Not bad. Mitchell with the ball. Williams with the screen. And it's Mitchell, the miss.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Shooting for Memphis, Pippen, taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And the Thunder making a change here. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in. And Memphis also making a switch. Clark's checked in. Good on both. 2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Wallace. Here's Williams. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Wells. Clark with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. They get it back. Another shot. Jackson. Oh, missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. Oklahoma City trailing. Wallace up top. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Wallace. From deep. Cleared away by Wells. Memphis has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Jackson can't get it to go. The Thunder have gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Wallace. And that one hits the back iron.
Oh, come on. Those are the looks you can't mess up. From this close inside, you got to get the job done.
Wells, that's good.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan.
To the floor, it's the Storm Chasers. Give them a hand, fans. Get loud, fans. On the board is your hype squad. That's right, everyone. It's time to run some defense.
He's checked in for Williams. Williams comes in for Wiggins. Caruso, he's checked in for Wallace. And it's Lou Dort in for Joe. Bain, he's checked in for Memphis. Ja Morant comes in for Pippen. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, Mark Daigneault was just reviewing the plan with his team. Coach asked his team, can anyone knock down a three? Reminding them three-point shooting will open up the floor, make things easier in the half-court offense. Everyone loves making threes. Missing? Not so much. Yeah?
Thanks for that, Allie. Gets the three to fall. And it's a tie ball game.
Tenacious stuff from Dort. I mean, he knows the situation and is dead set on getting them a bucket.
Morant, the pass to Bane. Jackson, the screen. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And the Grizzlies lead by 2.
Ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments.
Now here's Dort. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 6. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Ja Morant picks one up.
I love when Gilgeous-Alexander looks to score because it forces the defense to act.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
They're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
Another thing they're doing well tonight is shooting from long distance. All game long, they've been finding openings at the perimeter.
He drops the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1.
Yeah, what's special about Gilgeous-Alexander is how shifty he is, which also makes it so tough on defenses.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And in a close game like this, they can really rely on him to take care of business at the line.
Now here's Morant. Clark with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Inside. Outside for Morant. This one for 3. Buries it from 3.
Get this man the ball, and he will make something happen. Morant rises to the occasion, man.
Here's SGA. Banked it in off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 10 points here in the second half.
No fear in the eyes of Gilgeous-Alexander. His guys believe in his ability to come up big.
Morant. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Gilgeous-Alexander into the lane, and he buries it.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
And timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. There's 48 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Morant Caruso grabs the board. And it's Caruso with the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They lead by 1. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Payne, the pass to Clark. Shoots it from the corner. The Thunder pull it in. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, you had to do that. I mean, can't allow them to dribble out the time.
Second team foul. At the line for your Thunder, Alex Caruso. Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that'll put him up 2. And so he drops them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Wow, doing all he can to give them the edge, pulling their lead out to 3 points.
And we've got a timeout from Taylor Jenkins. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick 2 and then foul.
Yeah, time is the enemy at this point, so I think I'd go for the tie and avoid playing the foul game.
"17 seconds left in the 4th quarter here. Here's Clark. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for Memphis, Brandon Clark. Taking 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that brings him within 2 here. And Clark drops them both. And now they foul and stop the clock.
Desmond Bain. Second personal foul. 13 foul. At the line for your Oklahoma City, you get scored. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that'll put him up 2. And so both free throws good, and it's a 3-point game. 11 seconds left in the fourth.
It's all about getting a 3 right here.
We'll see what they draw up. Three-pointer is a must. The way he can elevate over a defender from deep, very tough to contain outside the arc.
And Mark Dagnall has called a timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances.
It's time for the dance cam. If you see yourself on the big screen and you know what to do, choose your move.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's in!
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him, just let him go.
And so it's the Thunder who come out on top here. That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous finish. They waited until the very last moment to seal it.
And so many times we see these close games won by the home team.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. And now, time for our player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.